You're watching Cetome TV. Knowledge is power.
Okay, the next question is from Eric. Does frequent ejaculation reduce my chances of prostate cancer?
That's a great question. I think the important thing to consider with that type of question is that I think in every biological system, it's really important that it gets use.
Mm-hmm.
And the less you use something, the more likely it is to break down or for the body to not supply resources to it. Now, there were some studies that that looked at both sex and also ejaculation in males and prostate cancer. And I believe there was a study in the States that showed, I believe there was a 33% reduction in prostate cancer for men that ejaculated 21 times a month or more. And then there was another follow-up study on that in Australia. I don't recall all the details of the Australian study, but I know that it was a 36% reduction, and it was more associated with the age of the individual too. Okay. So it's important in older individuals.
Okay. All right.
Now, another interesting sideline on these studies is that sex was different. So the more sexual partners a male had, if they had, for example, more than 30, then they had a higher chance of cancers, of prostate cancers. But that was only with different partners, not with the same partner.
Huh. Oh, so are we heading into perhaps a discussion about HPV or things like that?
We don't know. That wasn't addressed. It was an epidemiological study.
Questions.
So yeah, it wasn't really addressed in this study. So that would be very interesting data to know. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but based on the lack of data,
it could have been lifestyle. I mean, someone that is going to sleep around is probably having a lot of one-night stands and consuming a lot of alcohol and spending a lot of time with a wild lifestyle, so to speak. I mean, that's not always the case, but I would say that's probably the majority of the case.
So the assumption you're making there is promiscuity goes with alcohol. I don't know if there's a study that proves that.
There is a study that proves that, yes.
Okay. But back to you and your question, Eric. Apparently, depending on age and a few other factors as yet to be determined, keep using it or you lose it.
Use it or lose it.
Yeah,
that's 33%
reduction.
Exercise, ejaculation, anything. You want to keep things flowing. You want to keep things moving. And I think in this case, specifically with the prostate cancer, there's a buildup of hormones and proteins and so on in semen that it's probably a good idea to not have them sitting in one spot. You want to get them out of there and moving.
Okay. Thanks for asking that, Eric. That's really interesting. And it does sound like there's lots more information to come about
definitely,
that.
Thank you for watching Cetome TV. Subscribe below and stay informed.